Hello friends, you are all welcome on this learning platform Claim IAS. So in this particular lecture friends, we will discuss John Locke on social contract. So before we start, let us know about the social contract. So here friends, social contract is nothing but a mutual agreement. So here in this video friends, we will talk the mutual agreement with regards to individuals. So here friends, social contract is nothing but a mutual agreement with regard to individuals or with the governments or with the corporations. Means any mutual agreement that happens either with individuals, corporations or government is known as social contract. So here friends, we will know and we will understand John Locke views on social contract. And along with that, I will also relate Thomas Hobbes' views on social contract and Locke views on social contract. So here, friends, Hobbes gave a single contract, whereas Locke gave dual contract. So the first difference we are seeing here is Hobbes gave a single contract, whereas Locke gave the dual contract. So let us look at the dual contract of the Locke. So in the dual contract, the first creates the society and the second establishes the government. So first friend, civil society forms and then they think of formation of governments. So here first contract talk about the formation of civil society. So here friends, civil society is basically what? It basically means civil society means where the people have the mutual agreement and mutual cooperations with each other. Locke says that humans are rational, and if they are rational, they are capable enough of taking the right and wrong decisions. So here, people are having the mutual agreement, and people are living peacefully without the any interference of the state. So here, friends, there is absence of state in the civil society. So here फ्रेंड्स यहाँ पे फ्रेंड्स बेसिकली सिविल सोसाइटी से फॉर्मेशन ऑफ गवर्नमेंट क्यों हुआ वो बताते हैं यहाँ पे. बट जो हॉब्स है ना वो डायरेक्टली हमें ये बताते हैं कि यहाँ वो इसको फर्स्ट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट को एक्सप्लेन नहीं करते हैं, डायरेक्टली वो सेकंड कॉन्ट्रैक्ट को बताते हैं कि जहाँ पे अनस्टेबिलिटी हुआ और हम लोग क्या किए, एक इंडिविजुअल को चुने, उस इंडिविजुअल को एब्सोल्यूट अथॉरिटी दिए और वही गवर्नमेंट फॉर्म किया. सो यहाँ पे बेसिकली फ्रेंड्स जो लॉक है ना वो कहते हैं कि जो नहीं, सबसे पहले यहाँ पे फर्स्ट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में क्या हुआ, किसी सिविल सोसाइटी हुआ होगा और जब इस सिविल सोसाइटी पूरा फुलफिल नहीं किया होगा, जो नीड्स है उसको फुलफिल नहीं किया होगा, कहीं ना कहीं कुछ लैक होता है फ्रेंड्स, वहाँ पे क्या होगा, सेकंड कॉन्ट्रैक्ट फॉर्म हुआ होगा. वो सेकंड कॉन्ट्रैक्ट क्या होगा, फॉर्मेशन ऑफ गवर्नमेंट फॉर्म हुआ होगा. सो ये चीज़ को समझाते हैं जॉन लॉक. वेर एज जो थॉमस हॉब्स हैं वो सिर्फ और सिर्फ सेकंड कॉन्ट्रैक्ट को समझाते हैं, वो फर्स्ट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट को ब्रीफली नहीं समझाते हैं. सो द मेजर डिफरेंस इज Hobbes only gave the single contract, but whereas Locke gave the dual contract. So I hope it is clear, friends, right? So now, friends, we will discuss the formation of first contract, the first civil contract, very briefly. So here, friends, in the first contract, Locke says that this contract pertains the agreement among individuals to leave the state of natures and form a civil society. So in the very first agreement, friends, Hobbes says that the first agreement that took place was the mutual agreement between the individuals. There was no formal agreement between the authority and the individuals. Here friends, basically यहाँ पे क्या होता है, जो पहला कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होता है वो आपस में एक समझौता के साथ होता है, लोगों के बीच होता है, कोई गवर्नमेंट का यहाँ पे इंटरफेरेंस नहीं है. यहाँ पे सिर्फ और सिर्फ इंडिविजुअल्स टू इंडिविजुअल्स है. मतलब यहाँ पे जो इंडिविजुअल्स हैं वो अपना कुछ राइट्स लेंगे, कुछ कंसेंट होगा यहाँ पे एक दूसरे के साथ, वो उसमें एक सिंपल लॉज बनाएंगे, उस लॉ को लोग फॉलो करेंगे, यहाँ पे कोई इंटरफेरेंस नहीं रहेगा गवर्नमेंट का. एज सिंपल एज इट. ओके. एंड द पर्पस वाज, सो द पर्पस ऑफ द फर्स्ट सिविल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट वाज to fulfill the requirements among the individuals in the state so that they all having the mutual agreement. So here friends, what they have told, to resolve the inconvenience means here there was something lagging, right? यहाँ पे कुछ कमी हो रहा होगा, तो कमी को फुलफिल करने के लिए यहाँ पे सिविल सोसाइटी बनाया गया होगा. तो यहाँ पे स्टेट ऑफ नेचर में कुछ तो कमी हो रहा होगा, ठीक है. तो यहाँ पे एक दूसरे का कंसेंट लेकर यहाँ पे कुछ बनाया, मतलब सिविल सोसाइटी बनाया गया था. और इसका प्रोसेस क्या होगा सिविल सोसाइटी बनाने का, हियर ही सेज इंडिविजुअल एग्री टू कलेक्टिवली फॉर्म अ सिविल सोसाइटी बाय कंसेंटिंग टू लिव अंडर कॉमन लॉज. They give up some freedoms for mutual protections and enforce of their rights. So here friends, the process that involves in the formation of civil society was people of the civil society have agreed to here friends what they have done. Basically, the people whoever is living the society, they all came together, they have all planned to live in a civil society, and whatever they will means how they will live by living by the law means whatever they have made by the consent of each and every individuals. So there will be a consent of each and every individuals who are living in the society. So if there is consent of every individuals, everyone will follow, right? So this was the process involved in the formation of civil society. Okay, and outcome. What was the outcome of this? The formation of political community where natural rights, life, liberty, property are secured through the agreed upon laws. So here, friends, the formations that took place here, the results of this was every persons have the right, liberty, and property. Everything was secured under the civil society, right? And what the only problem in the first agreement, friends? The only problem in this first civil society contract was here there was no government. Means the whatever rules and laws that were made by the civil society, that was formal. Means there is no presence of state, right? If there is no presence of state, means there is no proper authority, and if there is no authority, it may leads to instability, chaos, right? Why? Because if there is no authority, there will be no fear of punishment. So that led to the formation of second contract. That is what he have explained. And in the second contract, there is a presence of government. So here, friends, there is authority. But if we see in the civil society, there is no government. Means government is lacking there. Means there is the absence of government in the first contract. But here there is a presence of government. So Locke says here that once the civil society is formed, there is second implicit contract between the people and the government. Means now the mutual agreement should be between the government and the people. But in the first contract, people to people, right? But here government to people. So this is the major difference between the first contract and second contract, isn't it? The purpose for the second contract was to establish a governing authority as trustee for protection of natural rights. So here, friends, John Locke says that in the first contract, what is the main thing that is not there? Government is not there, and if there is not, why there is a need of government, friends? Why? Because if government is there, there will be a fear in the minds of people, and people will not do any wrong things which is against the law that is meant by the government, because there is authority, and if there is authority, there is a fear of punishment, right? Where there is no fear of punishment, there is chaos and instability. But here there is a fear of punishment. People will have fear in their minds. So here they won't do anything wrong which is against the laws that is made by the government. So the purpose was to have the governing authority as trustee for the protection of the natural rights. And the process that is involved, already have told, friends, the process is mutual agreement between the government and people, right? So this delegation is conditional on the government acting to protect and uphold the rights. So in this delegation, friends, means in the second contract, what is happening? There is a formal, means whatever rules is made, that is formal. There is presence of authority, and that is good for the society. Why? Because in where there is government, there is a fear of loss, fear of punishment. People will not do anything which is against the laws that is made by the government. So it is the better form of the government. And now if we look at the key features of Locke social contract, dual contract, the first creates the society, as I have told, friends, civil society, right? In the first, what was the creations? Civil society, right? And the second, government. There is a mutual agreement between the government and people. So here, government and people, right? The major difference in the first and second contract. Okay. So what is, and the next, if we look at consent and legitimacy, both contracts rest on the principles of popular consent. Means in the first also there is a consent between the people to people, and second there is a consent between government to people. The major difference, friends. I hope you got it right. In a very simple language, I'm trying to make you understand. The first one is again, friends. I'm repeating here. In the first contract, the major difference is the consent is between people to people, and the second one and second, the major difference is the consent to make the law is different. Here, friends, the major difference is the consent that took place in the second contract was from the government to people. I hope it is clear, friends, right? And here if we look at right to resistance, here, friends, in the second contract, what is happening here? If the government makes the law, and if you think that law is trying to harm you, you can resist the state, you can overthrow the state. Okay. So major difference here is, If the law is made by the government and if the law is going to harm you, you can overthrow it or you can resist to follow the law, right? And that is what Locke says here. After the formation of first contract and second contract, there is a, as I told friends, after the second contract, where means there is in the second contract there is a presence of government, there is presence of authority, and from the authority it leads to the separation of power. Means among the government there is a separation of power. So the key aspect of Locke separation of power. Now we'll discuss the aspect of separation of power of John Locke. The first one is dividing government powers, means the distribution of powers among the government authorities, right? Locke envisioned government powers divided into three key functions. As friends, during the modern times also we have these things. Legislative power, responsible for making laws, means these peoples who are in the legislature, who are in the parliament, they are responsible to make the laws, right? And the executive to enforce or to implement the laws. Right now we have the modern time also we have these two institutions, right? The federative power focused on foreign relations and defense, distinct from the executive power but combined with its practical purpose. But now friends, if we look, we have judiciary, but at the time there was federative power, right? So friends, now we end up with this topic, Law, two treatises of government and social contract. So if you like watching our videos, do like, subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you.